don't know why the desktop audio was muted then. I did not intend to do that. I did intend to shut it up though, because you know, I don't want any more. No more of that. Hey, Ira. Hey, how you doing? I hope you're ready for some game, because I'm certainly ready for some game. As we dive into our live set, it's not a best of 5. It's not a best of 5. It's a best of 3. I said it's not a best of 5. It's a best of 3. There we go. And we have some absolute legends in this game. Forget Sitaux, he almost goes without saying. Currently the ranked 10th player in the world, fallen off from where he was a little bit earlier in the week where he was number 4. It's all about Big Chief. Big Chief playing in the Portuguese, Big Chief's favourite Civ in the grey. One of our lower rated players in the tournament has a huge amount to learn from Sitaux. But always incredibly entertaining to watch and a genuine community favourite. But to the north we have CHOI, who is our second highest rated player, all things considered, with a previous peak of 2K3, playing in the yellow as the Malay. So we're effectively going to possibly expect some elephants. And to the left, we have Char, who is one of our, I believe, lady representatives. Yeah. And she is playing in the red as the Franks. Did really well in their first round 1 set. Both of these teams have won their previous sets and have been looking really comfortable. Sitaux and Big Chief won their set 2-0. Well, thank you very much for the subscription, Ira, to the Hermetica channel. That's great. We appreciate it. All of the subs, the revenue will be split several ways. And it shouldn't be coming to me. It should be going to prize. Is that the command? Prize pool. There we go. That one. The current prize pool stands at $298. Or maybe it's split that I needed. Char gets in and again does not manage to kill a villager. It loses a scout and is a bit of a nuisance. Boar comes in. Will Char lose a vill to that boar? Yeah, subs goes to the prize pool, which is always nice. The closer we inch towards like upper C tier in this tournament is fantastic. If we manage to pass by €300, that would be absolutely fantastic to really bring some renown to the Hermetica clan's many tournaments that they churn out. Lots of them have been focused on having a mix of higher rated players with lower rated players, which really sums up how the tournaments have, like the spread of players within the Hermetica Discord. We've got some really high-rated players and also some pretty low-rated players as well. But I think we are probably due a mid-ELO tournament. I want to see some high-quality kind of 1100 to 1700 tournament next. Like, that's what I want. Obviously, I'm not an organizer or an admin. I am just one of the streamers that sign in every so often to hop on and do some stuff for the Hermetica clan. I'm not even a proper Hermetica clan member, really. I mean, if we're going into it proper, there's Smiley and Hypnos and Jade Arrow and so many of the people who are firmly invested in the community and have been doing a great job in helping build it up. And then I just swan in, normally with 2 litres of cider, and waffle over some high quality Age of Empires content. I'm, as I say, not the only streamer. We have at least 3, and they are all absolutely fantastic. Just like our players. Char currently has the score lead for Team 2, but is probably a little further off from clicking up to everybody else. Hopefully after this next Vil, if we drop food, we'll be on our way up. But what kind of strat do we think we are going for? 22 Vils, so currently we'll be going up at 24 and Loom. Interesting. And how likely are we to be able to wall? CHOI could wall, but CHOI is definitely going for an aggressive strat. I think both of the teams are going for some form of feudal early Castle Age heavy pressure. Like that's the vibe I'm getting. If you pick melee on Hideout, you do not want the game to last a long time. I love that both of our high-rated players have picked melee. Like, I think that's amazing. I think they're a great civ on this map. I think that they transition really well into the late game, and what some of their weaknesses are in 1v1 are really balanced by having a good teammate. Where melee might fall down is if this goes properly late and we get into like masses of paladin. If that becomes a thing, I do think that that is probably the biggest worry. Have we lost any Vils? No, we've not missed any Vil losses just yet. Base is looking pretty tidy. I like the position of the stone for CHOI. I like the position of the stone for Char. I like the position of the gold for Char as well. They're both pretty safe. I hate BigChiefs. BigChiefs is awful. Imagine, right, you're merrily playing your Portuguese, planning on having a really nice time doing your one strat, which is trying to get a castle up and pump out some of your favourite unit in the game, if you're BigChief. Your organ guns. And when you're trying to do that, somebody just rocks up and puts one tower right here, denies your stone and your gold, and your secondary stone and gold. And after they put this tower up, they put a second tower on top of the hill, and you can never push it. Oh, just the worst generation that you could have on Hideout. Truly awful. The border's come in pretty late. We have had some pretty messy ballers, and BigChief rocking up there with over a minute of idle TC time. But that's not too far behind Char's. But Char looks like Char has, while they have a bit of idle TC time, the Vil number is the same, and look at the difference between the bases. Right? Char is set up and ready for that transition to Castle Age. BigChief is not. Loom on the way in. And I am not convinced that BigChief is all that close to clicking up. Oh no, I was wrong. It was just queued up. Okay, eat my words. Eat my words, I was wrong. I was just looking at the res and I didn't know. What a fool I was to doubt the chief. Never doubt the chief. He's so big and chiefy. He's our chief guy. Smooth Castle Age for Char, all things considered. Sitaux also smoothly on the way up as well, though. Off the back of this, what strat will Sitaux be going for? Doesn't look like Sitaux is throwing down a barrack, so I'm expecting a 3 TC boom. There we go, so the 3 TCs do get thrown down. So we're not seeing that early elephant play. And I do hope that's because Sitaux noticed that they are up against Char and are likely not... So Sitaux is effectively now in the pocket position for their team. And I think that's a good realisation to have, that you are very unlikely to be pressured. And we compare that over to what CHOI is doing. CHOI is already trying to put a little bit of pressure on, going scouts, and that's because I expect us to start pumping out elephants pretty much as soon as we land. That's eat my words again. We've not gone heavy enough onto gold to do that. We will probably produce a few because it would be strong, but we're going 1 TC. No second stable. Okay, so also not elephants. And just going to rely on the scouts trying to put a bit of pressure down. Castle immediately on the way down for the chiefster. Second TC, third TC, not second, third TC on the way down for CHOI. And Vils coming streaming forward for Char, who is going for castles. Ooh, I kind of love it. Like, it's not going to be super effective considering where the res is for Sitaux. But if that castle comes up, yes, right there, beautiful. It does stop some expansion, and CHOI sends those scouts out to really back up Char. Like, yeah, okay. This is some teamwork, which we love to see. We know it's on the way. Monastery is on the way down, but this monastery turns out to be in an absolutely terrible position because the castle is there. So if we make any monks, they will die to the castle fire immediately on their way out. Terrible. Awful. Tragic. Sitaux going to be pressured by Char. The reactions are immediate. We straight away wall off towards the TC. I love this. I love this. Some great plays from everybody all round so far. Second TC on the way down for Big Chief. We've started pumping out some Orhan guns. Fourth TC on the way down for CHOI, and we're just melee booming. Lovely. And the scouts just start to do a little bit of pressure, get a bit of scouting out there. One monk escapes, and we're having to heavy transition onto stone ourselves. Loom only just on the way in for Sitaux. He's so greedy. The greed of 2K7 players to be like, oh, it's fine, I don't need Loom. I can just, you know, I'll get it when it's necessary. Doesn't care. Only gets it now, 20 minutes into the game. Amazing. So Castle will be on the way down pretty soon for Sitaux to play that defensive game. And it will completely secure him, but he is hemmed in. He is hemmed in, and so the only way that Sitaux will probably get out of this is by going up to Imp as fast as he can. Here comes the castle to defend the front. And it might be worth stonewalling off here. It's not currently being pressured, but I would expect the next castle, now that this one is denied, to be coming up like over here to help pressure into this area. And that would be really good. The Frank castle hop could be really, really strong here. And if Sitaux is hemmed in, to Imp, that could be dire, because if Sitaux is here, no, don't do it, no, back. Okay, the reactions are good. Delete that castle because it's only got 54 HP. We do delete it. That's good. I'm so glad. I was scared for a second. Do not love this castle though. This castle does not inspire joy. It's not adding anything extra. It should be over here. This is the spot for the next castle. But hey, 2 castles is better than no castles. And while all of that's going on, Big Chief is there doing the damage. Big Chief doesn't give a damn. He's sending his petards forward. There we go. That'll do it. The oh, absolutely love it. But the castle does go up, and we're starting to make petards of our own for Char. Char's going to petard through the palisade balls, I imagine, to allow our scouts to dive in. But instead they're going for the gate. Interesting. Well, who's just raiding? Is that Smiley with a party of 15? Smiley has finished her stream. How exciting. I mean, Smiley, you're more than welcome to hop in and watch some Sitaux action with me. You know you're welcome. But I also know that you've been streaming for a while and some of those games were stressful. But welcome. I hope you had a nice time. So far, Sitaux, obviously, doing pretty comfortable in his defense. He's not being pressured too much by Char, but Char is blocking off Sitaux from supporting his teammate. But Sitaux did what Sitaux does best, which was just go, oh, okay, Castle's on the front of me, I'll just go up to Imp then. I'll boom enough, I'll idle a little bit, I'll go up to Imp, I'll make some trebs, and I'll be absolutely fine. And all the while, CHOI on the other side is defending admirably and going for an absolutely absurd boom of his own. 109 Vils compared to the 95 of Sitaux. And just defense. And we're going straight into a crossbow. Fascinating. We've got houses prepped to come up. We've got more expansion. The Trebs absolutely mop up the castles of Char. And Char is doing the good thing. You see the good thing? This is the good thing. We're losing that position at the front. So what do? We swing round and we stonewall up. There is a bear there, which is a little bit unfortunate. But if we make it so that our Imp Sitaux cannot just dive through and kill us in the back, I think that's a good thing. I highly recommend not being vulnerable. These Vils should all retreat and run away, and Sitaux is just going to expand. Off the back of this, Big Chief is just being a nuisance. As Big Chief does. You got a scout? The scout could be... I bet this is on auto scout. I genuinely bet it's on auto scout. The CHOI is being really mean right now. Oh, the micro one mangonel. Mangonels do super well against these units now. They don't do super well against a couple of knights though, and the knights come diving in. They will mop up the mangonel. The Vils are forced back, and the castle has to be super defensive. It's a pity because that forward castle, forward-ish castle on the hill, is really important map control for CHOI. And I mean, we're trying to fight it off with the Vils, but I don't think we succeeded in getting the walls up fast enough. That's really unfortunate. The Trebs are on the way in. The hits are there, but we can just treb through. It won't take long. It was close, though. I love the attempt. I really love the attempt. Castle is up for CHOI. CHOI is in Imp. Big Chief not in Imp. And Sitaux doing that thing, what Sitaux does, of just sort of being in a fantastic position at all times, even when he's in a negative position. Farming. Absolutely farming. It's effectively down to whose lower rated player can hold better against the higher rated player. Both CHOI and Sitaux are up, looking really nice. 144 Vils, 145 Vils for CHOI, fully boomed up. Like, there is no more need for boomage right now. The castle coming up where it is on top of the TC. We've just changed directions, and Sitaux is now bullying. The Vils try to come forward to re-wall. They get mopped up. The Trebs kill everything, and if Char is not supported in the next 5 minutes, 2 minutes really, 2 minutes, then Char is dead. And Char just sends all of those Vils to try and rush down the Trebs, but the quick walls are there to delay. Oh, it's so messy. Oh, it's so messy. At the same time, the Trebs are peppering down Big Chief's castle. Big Chief nowhere close to Imp. Char nowhere close to Imp. Arbalest on the way for CHOI. All of those Vils do go down, but they do kill 2 of the Trebs. I would say that was, you know, pretty good, all things considered. That's delayed the Treb push a little bit. Could be worse. Organs doing more damage to units in staggered formation than line formation. Huh. I guess that will be because of their spread. The more you know. Elite Karambit Warrior. Yikes. Not the best raiding units in the game are Karambit Warriors, but they are proper little Zergs, right? Proper little Zergs, and if they are in enough numbers, they will just overwhelm. And I have to say, Char's position, no longer good. Big Chief's position, no longer good. We did see 2 CECs out of Big Chief, but we did also only see 13 farms. Oh. Oh, Big Chief. Oh, Char. This is the opposite of the set that we watched the other day, where the lower rated players absolutely dominated and the higher rated players died. Yeah, this is the higher rated players crushing our poor 800 rated players under their boots. 800, 900. Like, oh, so cruel. So cruel. And the castle goes down. And the Trebs come rolling in. And to be honest, at this point, we can probably just beeline past Sitaux, past Big Chief, and head straight round for the exposed economy of Sitaux. And Sitaux knows it's a possibility. He's already transitioning the Karambits round to this side, but has fully mopped up Char. So it becomes a battle of who's in a better position. Sitaux or CHOI in the 1v1. And that's what this is going to be. This is now a scummy 1v1. The Vils have managed to make it out. So we have... Currently, it says 32 Vils, but it won't be 32 Vils for very long, because I'm pretty sure that there's only going to be 7 that make it out of the base. The rest of them are trapped in there with the Karambits. And these Karambits are going to dive in and kill the Trebs, but Karambits are not normally well known for doing a great job against Arbs, because they have absolutely next to no pierce armor. Do they get Gambesons? Is that a thing? It is truly a rush for the win. And currently, I would say Sitau's position with his Karambits is probably a little bit better. They're so cheap and so spammy. They've got the surround on the army down here. The position is complete. Like, yes, we've killed Big Chief, but Big Chief is just here doing his own thing. Manages to keep 13 Vils alive to the 8 of Char. And we're making Karambits of our own. We probably need to transition into, instead of Karambits, as spammy as they are, we probably need to transition into two-handed swordsmen. Right? I feel that's the play. But we're so far away from that being a possible upgrade line. Even though we've clearly thought about it, because we have fully upgraded plate mail in for CHOI. And we do mop up all of Sitau's attempt at raiding in. That castle will go up, but Sitaux is just going to attack from this direction. So now we're going to have to sort of defend from two sides. Sitaux. Big Chief just going to boom back into it. It's so unfair to have two top 10 players. Like, it was totally my fault. For not realizing that Big Chief is actually 3k, not even 2k7, 3k in spirit. And his spirit is so strong. So strong. The reboom is going to have to be strong, though. Char already back on it. TC is up for Big Chief, and so now it's just... Ooh, very loud in my ears. Was that Vile You? Well, thank you very much for the follow, Vile You. And scaring the crap out of me. If that was... I didn't see if that was a follow or a sub. I'm just going to assume it was a follow. And then somebody can tell me if it wasn't. It's very, very loud in my ears. I have to say, I can't think of... I tried to watch this in a hunting blind. Hell yeah. Yeah, I can try and be as descriptive as I possibly can for you, if you like. That way you can set it to to like 220p. Because at the moment, what's going on is noise, lots of noise, as pure chaos as these Zerglings. It's an absolute massacre as all of Hoy's units die. It's just truly brutal. I've never seen Karambit on Karambit action quite like this before. As Sitaux is... He's making swords. Karambits are swords, man. And we know how much I love swords. And if we didn't know how much I love swords, they're great. They're just the best. And for Sitaux, he's really shown us that Karambits can zerg everything if you believe. If you believe hard enough. Hoy having to try and transition to moving down to the bottom. We've got monks from Sitaux coming round to grab relics, and we'll spot out this attempt at expansion. And we've even got some Karambits ready to dive in and deny that. It's been spotted, it's been pointed out, it's been flared, Hoy's position is lost, and I would not be surprised if the GG came in the next sort of few moments. We've only got 109 vills. Sitaux has only got 104, but that's because he's deleted them all to make more pop space for the 100 Karambits that he has on the screen right now. Yeah, well that's it. Big Chief is playing as the Portuguese. It was so obvious. They never had a chance. He's here. Look, this is what happens. This is what happens when you pick any civ against Big Chief's Portuguese. You get slapped, son. You get slapped. But also, Sitaux slapping now as well. Total and brutal domination. Char doing a decent job of sort of like trying to expand some eco, but all of that new eco expansion is dead. And all of this costs next to nothing as well for Sitaux. The GG comes rolling in. What a fascinating first game. 47 minutes, coming up to the 50-minute mark. A few Scorpions or Siege would have been nice. Do you know what else would have been nice? Elephants? Just elephants would have been probably pretty good overall. Great first game. Really, really strong. We'll have a look at some statistics and we'll see how Big Chief really dominated that. Yeah, I mean, Big Chief had the best villager number at 56. We know that that's actually what that's peak efficiency. And 17 at the end of the game is actually where you want to be, because any more than that is actually a waste, as we saw by him winning again. Probably same for APM. Like 5, I think 5 is probably fine, all things considered. Any more than 5 is just unnecessary clicking. And I think part of why Char's is so low is because Char never actually got to make any military. We had the 2 castles come up. were trebbed down by Sitaux, and then Char, as an 800 rated player, then got absolutely battered by Sitaux. Like, you don't feel bad. You're like, well, shit. I'm up against Sitaux. He has 2,000 ELO on me, near enough. Close enough to 2,000 points ahead. Like, what? Like, I think Char did great. Like, yeah. Like, well done, Char. You managed to escape some vills, which is fantastic. Always great to see. And we double castle dropped Sitaux. I think if the second castle had been a little bit further, let me return to the map while I'm waffling. If the second castle, which went down here, had gone down here instead, I still... Oh, God, there goes my camera. Oh, well, it can just be gone now. Whatever. If it had been over here, we still would have died, but we would have at least denied the gold from Sitaux for a little bit, and I think that would have been useful. Fascinating first game. Fascinating first game. This one. Second camera's fine. Second camera's okay. It's just it doesn't green screen, and I can definitely see that we've got a little bit of lag going on. Like look at all of that lag. It's not happy. That's a bit laggy. So sorry everybody for the mild lag that's going on. We're not dropping any frames. We're completely frame stable. But I can definitely see we are chilling at 30 FPS, which is a bit shit actually. It should be higher. I'm assuming my computer is having a struggle. If you're watching in a bird bind, it probably looks absolutely fine. If you are hunting right now and watching on one bar on your phone, the stream is perfect. It's absolutely fine. It's the best it could be. But if you're everybody else, it might not be up to scratch. I am going to see if I can find our second game, because I'm hoping that they are in it, because we were a little bit delayed. Oh, and you can have some tunes. There you go. Enjoy. Why are they all bad? Creepy weep. We've got important games to watch, and we seem to be zooming to real time. We're gonna not do that. I might let us catch up a little bit as we... Sitaux, you can't be doing this to me, and you can't be doing this to us. That's not fair, Sitaux. Sitaux is here playing as, by far, the best civ in the game. Sitaux is here, playing as the Romans. The Romans. Best, like, we're going to see swords, ladies and germs. Swords! Twice in a row. And Big Chief is, this time, randomed the Huns. Char and CHOI have randomed. I am just saying that I think that the random bot might be broken. Because this is the second time it has picked Vietnamese and Ethiopians in a row. And it might be the third time I've seen Vietnamese and Ethiopians picked. Yeah. Exactly. Yeah, but he got it as random. The other team got Ethiopians and... Oh, is that Malay? Not Ethiopians. That's Malay and Vietnamese. Okay, eat my words. That's fine. That's just a repeat of Vietnamese. I thought it was... Ooh. No need to slag off the Wallalo bot. We're fine. It's all gravy. Big Chief randoming Huns is probably really, really useful. It's such an easy civ to play as. And instead of going for his normal Portuguese play, he can do exactly the same thing and just make Tarkans, which we all know are a fantastic unit. Sitaux going for scouts, they come forward, and again, poor Char is going to have to face up against Sitaux raiding. Oh, Char. Oh, Char, 1-0 down. It's so unfair. It's so unfair. At the same time, Char is diving over to try and put that pressure down onto Big Chief. And Big Chief is... I'm not entirely sure what Big Chief's build is this time. I'm not sure Big Chief knows what Big Chief's build is this time. But both Big Chief and Char have had quite a bit of idle time. Char will probably get a Vil pick. No, doesn't get the Vil pick. Will be a nuisance. Love that. And as long as Char starts producing Vils and manages to do a little bit of damage, gets a Vil kill, will lose our scout. Not the end of the world. Loads of scouts on the field from Sitaux, though. Like, loads. We seem pretty safe, though, for CHOI, who is on the way to Castle Age, has archery ranges up. It's so tough. They are definitely super vulnerable to Sitaux being rushed by both players. Right? We've seen how effective that strat can be against some of the other higher rated squads, and it's sort of how like Dobson and Matt Tomsky have done quite well with their team player of putting the correct of like having a better player that can hold, and it's definitely something that I think that I can see Sitaux can do really well. And Sitaux knows that all he needs to do is defend, right? Like, because as long as Sitaux defends, then Big Chief will carry the game to a win because he's so strong. Thank you, Elendit. Is that no? It's not Elendit. Elendil. I'm like, what? I thought I'd been saying Elendil wrong all this time, and that it had a T, and I finally realised that Elendil was called Elendit. But no, I was right the first time. It is Elendil. Thank you for subscribing and getting us closer to our subscriber goal of 20 subscribers, which is definitely a number. Second thing that's a number is the number of scouts that are currently running around CHOI's base. One spear is enough to be a nuisance, but not enough to be a threat to the massive, relatively low HP scouts now. Only 72 HP across the 5 of them. And the spear is there. It does get picked off, doesn't even manage to kill one. We wall it off safely, and we've started to produce cav archers. Ooh! Vietnamese cav archers. Now, Vietnamese cav archers are perfectly reasonable. They mass up pretty well. I believe they get the bonus as well from the additional HP. I think, is that what the Vietnamese get? I think Vietnamese get extra HP on their archer line, on their archery range units. Yeah, I'm pretty sure I'm right there. Don't know if that counts for cav archers, because I've never gone for Vietnamese cav archers myself. I've always only ever gone for regular units, but hey, whatever. Big Chief going for skirms? Maybe? I'm like, no, Big Chief is going to be going for cav archers of their own, right? That's going to be the choice, but they're going to see the cav archers of CHOI roll in, and they're going to start making skirms instead. Because we're so heavy on gold, that had to have been an attempt at cav archer. Sitaux throwing down the second TC on woodlines, looking really nice, started to produce some knights. Still got 4 of those scouts running around as well. They should douche Sitaux and the other fast castle. Maybe could work. It could work. There is the possibility of a douche doing quite well, but you have to actually put the put your douche in range of your opponent's TC. As we've seen from other people attempting the douche so far, it is quite important to actually douche instead of just like douche next to them. I don't know. The other thing that might work is particularly aggressive tower play, or if 2 players just get a good scout timing on Sitaux, right? Like if Sitaux is not able to be as aggressive in their bases, I do think that they have a chance of being in a good spot. I liked their position in game 1. I think, like, if it had been Sitaux hitting Imp, but his ally had already been wiped off the map by CHOI rushing in with elephants instead of going for the heavy boom, that might have been great. Obviously, it's completely situational, and I'm sure CHOI's choice was probably the best choice to make 9 times out of 10. Probably 10 times out of 10. But it did not work out. The cav archers have had to come back home to help back up CHOI from the knights that are running into the base. And the knights have split and are going to head over and try and pressure Char, who is walling up really nicely behind the palisades. Is walling really nice behind the palisades. Okay, so didn't wall that nice. The knights get in. And elephants get out. What are the ELOs? I know Sitaux is high 2k and Chief is 800, 900, but I don't know the others. Char is similar. Char is was previously the lowest rated player at 800 and like 60, I think. Like 840 to 860. CHOI is 2k1, but has a peak of 2k3. So is thereabout the second strongest player in the game. Oh, 812. So close. And yeah, Big Chief probably has a slightly inflated rating at 894. It's rough because here's the thing. I think the fundamentals of what Char is doing is better than BigChief. Yeah, no, it should be relatively even, other than the fact that Sitaux is a beast. This is probably the team that I not necessarily thought had the best chance against Sitaux. But I thought this team had a pretty good chance against Sitaux. Like, if there was going to be a team that could really push them the distance, these guys are definitely up there. We saw that in game 1. They make some really interesting plays. They're playing some non-traditional strats. Their team play is overall pretty good. But Sitaux is just so aware. And so lucky, no conversions come running in there. None. No conversions. The Knights come diving in. Managed to get a couple of ill picks. Put some pressure on those monks. The TC hopping micro of that monk micro is absolutely phenomenal out of CHOI. We can see how strong of a player he is. And off the back of this, we're throwing down more stables. We're producing more Knights. We've got monasteries of our own. And BigChief is just doing BigChief things. 1 TC, 5 farms, some gold. We don't need to make villages anymore. Villages are overrated. We stopped making vills years ago. What's fascinating about that is so did Char. Char stopped making vills so Char could try and make some elephants. And there is a hole. There is a hole on the gold, and these Knights can just dive in. And we were close to getting that quick wall up. We saw it, but we weren't fast enough. Pain. Poor Char. Poor Char. I am convinced that if Char was playing this against BigChief 1v1, Char might have a pretty good chance of winning. But Sitaux is brutal. Has not given Char any quarters. Has made sure that there is always some form of raiding unit. That means that Char has not been able to form any kind of economy. Char always having to bounce back. And now there's even monks coming forward that are going to help convert these elephants. Position-wise, I do not see a happy way out of this set for CHOI and Char with how well Sitaux is playing this. He's not even memeing. He's playing the Romans really, really well, even if he's not making swords. Market on the way down. He's played this 3 TCs. With, look at this for an eco build, 36 farms down. While CHOI has 23 farms, also has 3 TCs, 4 TCs. But it's just the mass is at a completely different level. And BigChief has just been able to mass up. And it's like, it works for them, right? Like, it really works for the Sitaux squad. For Team 1, their strat works really well. Because if anybody puts any of their focus onto killing BigChief, then they're not putting all of their focus on killing Sitaux. And so Sitaux will just clobber. We can see that he can 2v1. He's so strong. But if BigChief is completely ignored, he's making military. I mean, he might not necessarily do anything useful with it, but the use is doing some damage. Like, all of these cav archers are gonna die. Like, no micro fight. BigChief mops up the army of CHOI. CHOI gets raided. Imp on the way in for Sitaux. And all of this because of the genius that is their strategy. And Jesus Christ, thank you very much for following. You made me shit myself. What the shit? That was the incredibly surprising. Panic and jumps, and panic and jumps, and the GGs come in. You have to hit Sitaux hard and early. Yes, I think I agree. Super, super dominant from Sitaux and BigChief. And we can see, again, BigChief just going for all of the APM. Again, showing pure dominance in this game. Can nobody stop his play? I think it's interesting because I think CHOI and Char have a very similar play style to Sitaux and BigChief. But Sitaux is a little better at executing it than CHOI is. Lefty Sexton, we will win. I don't think that Sitaux and BigChief are unbeatable. Like, I really, really don't. We saw them get pressured by who did they play? I think they played one of the Lacquer team. I might double check. Hold on. Challenge 2v2 Enigma Cup, because they played in match 1. They played against Team 10, who we saw today against Team 6, and we saw Team 6 the other day against Team 5. Today we saw them. Either way, we saw them really recently, and I'm pretty sure that is because Team 2 is Char and CHOI, and Team 5 or Tuna now is Violent, Anya, and Noz Zombie. So Noz Zombie's a beast, 2-0ing beast. But Team 10 is Dubrox and Tomsky, right? And Dubrox, as we all know, is an absolute smurf, carried those games, and Tomsky is a beast as well. So they got pummeled a little bit by Sitaux, but I still think that they as a team have a really good chance, because they're a team that is only going to get better, and I don't think that Sitaux and BigChief are going to get better as a team necessarily. I think they're just going to be this strong. I can't imagine that they're going to do much in the way of practicing. I think they're just going to roll in, dominate, feel happy about themselves, and keep getting those wins, which is what you do when you've got a player as good as BigChief in your team. So, yeah, cracking set. Shorter than I expected, but I can be appreciative of that, because I'm very, very thirsty. So thank you, everybody, for hanging out for these two games, both 2-0 sets. And if there's anywhere that we particularly want to go to raid, let me know. I can see there's a Hermetica clan. I don't think I wanna go there. Heart's playing. Sitau's play. Oh, I guess we raid Sitaux, don't we? He's there. Okay, fine. He's probably... Oh, he'll be going into 1v1s after this, won't he? That's what he does. They might want to join for a chat. It was a pretty swift one. I'm quite happy for them to interview if they're feeling like it. I'm interested to hear like what their prep might have been, if any. But afterwards, then we'll raid Sitaux, because that seems fair. Oh, and people complained about not being able to see the map last time. Well, oh, budum. Is this my winners and runners up? All
And
high
we
in.
the only winners here.
Only winners.
No,
I
we are here too.
You were all the winners in my heart, that's for sure. And I have to say, this was like seeing a mirror matchup the whole time. We have Big Chief and Char going for like very similar play styles, and then Hoi and Sitaux going for very similar play styles.
Yeah, I guess we had the same idea.
Yeah, I love it. Have you managed to do, either of you teams, any more prep together, or are you still coming in confident and blind by being two of the stronger combos in the tournament?
So every morning we set our alarm clock at 6, and we go for training until 8 in the evening. So yeah, we train every day, all day. That's our plan to win the tournament.
I knew that would be exactly the kind of drive that Big Chief would
I will
be inspiring.
stick to confidence and blind.
Okay. Maybe you should try our strategy.
Yeah, it sounds better.
It does sound
For some
pretty good.
reason.
How did you find that? Like, it seemed like a pretty interesting and entertaining game one in particular.
Yeah, I loved it. I mean, how often do you get to play Karambit?
Yeah.
Yeah, I think the main difference was just him pushing with Karambits and me pushing with Alb, and Karambits just being way faster.
Yeah, melee units are stronger in this kind of like game where you have to push really fast. That's true.
Yeah.
It's
Also, Karambit were like the perfect unit. I think if I have to play this game again with any Civ, any unit, that would be Karambit again.
And I think I forgot the attack upgrades on infantry as well.
Ah, okay. Yeah, it didn't help.
It's it was certainly a mass. It's been probably a while since anybody has seen that many Karambits on on the map at one time. Both
I
players.
saw like 190 army mechs from Sitaux. It was crazy.
He had.
Yeah, I kept deleting villagers. I mean, with melee, you have this last farm upgrade, I think. So you barely need villagers on wood when you do this. I had like 7 on wood in Imp.
I can remember at one point clicking, and there was 100 Karambits selected.
Oh yeah, you can do that on Capture H.
Yeah, there was so many. It was.
But
beautiful.
I would like to see the HP combined of all the Karambits. That must be really close.
Barely any. Like it was,
I'm sure 20 elephants can smash them.
Yeah. It was. I was surprised not to see any elephants at all in that first game.
I think elephants are just too slow, honestly, and too expensive.
Yeah, and even like this, like if I go elephants or Oi goes elephants, we can just tell Big Chief and Char just make monks and focus on that 100%, and they're gonna do good at it. So.
Had it been Shaw or myself playing as the Malay, we would have definitely went with elephants.
Yeah, I think that. But for you or Shah, that would have been the best strat. I would have told you just go like FC, mass elephants, and go for the attack. Would have been good. Or castle drop, because castle drop is always fine.
How did you feel about the castle drop? Did it almost take you by surprise that there was a char drop on your face in game one?
Well, I know Shah. I'm like, okay, this is surprising me, but I couldn't hold my laugh when I saw the castles. I was like, oh, shadowing it is the first. But I mean, it delayed me because I had to cancel my vills to go imp, to trap, because it's still scary. Because I was scared during the game. I was scared. Oh, what if they practice the build, like castle in my face and just fast imp trap? That can be scary. Like even if she's low elo, that can be scary.
Yeah.
So I was like, okay, I have to go imp. I have to respect it.
Or to have just completely locked you off from being able to support your teammate for just a few minutes while they do a heavy castle play against Big Chief. Really dangerous. I was impressed. I think there's plenty of scope for that kind of play against you pair.
Yeah, I think that's a good strat. But the lower elo should always go all in anyway.
Yeah.
So that was a good strat.
It's nice. It's tidy. I really enjoyed it. It was relatively short, but not really. Like there was some good energy there in today's games.
Short but intense.
That's how it should be.
Yes.
Shall I let you? Should we have a quick look at who your next opponents are? Now that you've both done round 2, let's find that. Why don't we? And How much have you all watched some of the other sets, if any? I know Sitau's watched all of them because he's such a tryhard, but
Yeah, like when I'm not practicing with Big Chief, I'm watching the sets. That's tournament of my life.
Yeah, I watch most of them while I'm doing sit-ups in the morning. So
yeah, to get those
Yeah,
sweet
I've watched
abs.
most of them as well.
gotta keep these
Yeah.
washboard abs.
Team 1 versus Team 3 next. So that's Finding a Cool Internet Name is Tough and Alajishek. They're a really interesting squad because Finding a Cool Internet Name is Tough, or Sanjay as he is, been doing really well as a lower rated player, and Alajishek, who is under 2k but is really good in these kind of team gamey tournament settings.
Yeah, I've seen him play a lot of tournaments, 1v1 tournaments.
Yeah,
And he has taken down a lot of higher elo players in 1v1s.
absolutely. He always punches above his weight. So I think that will be a really interesting matchup, especially because their team play tends to be quite good. And then for our happy Team 2, who are we facing up against? Oh, Team 2 versus Team 10. Sitaux and Chief, you face Team 10 because that's Mad Tomsky and Dubrox.
Wait.
They were your
we faced
first.
them. Yeah.
They were your first opponents. I really like that team. They were so dominant against Team 6. Like
Yeah, I saw the match yesterday. The low elo seemed really good. I think they practiced a lot.
yeah, I really like them as a team. I think they've got great scope, and that too will be an absolutely fascinating, interesting set. CHOI and CHOI, you maybe should have a quick watch of that those wrecks because they're quite good.
Yeah, Sha, what do you think?
I don't understand.
Yeah,
So
that's why I asked.
I'm just here. It's okay.
That's why I asked. I knew.
Hey, your English will always be better than my French, and that is
Yeah,
just
and
true.
you talk very speed, so my
Yeah,
brain don't understand.
yeah, he speaks really fast.
I'm
You need
so
to speak
sorry.
like you're a
Fast,
bit
yeah,
you're
fast.
gonna
Thank you.
You should just say, "Shut up, Tom. Slow down.
slow and
Chill."
deliberate.
Slow down.
Well, we'll be slow and deliberate another day. For now, though, we're gonna sign off. Sitaux, are you gonna keep streaming?
I don't think so. No, I will stop.
Oui, c'est sûr, on va faire de la TG.
Okay, let's keep playing then. Let's keep playing.
Avec Og et Big Chef.
Okay, let's do 4v4. Oh, you Big Chief.
Oh,
Yeah.
Yeah.
fantastic!
So you said we're playing Oladushek,
Yeah, I believe so.
and I can't find an internet name.
Yep.
Well, I hope they keep practicing because they're gonna need to bring their A game to take down the Chief.
It's so true. So true. Big Chief OP. And we will raid Big Chief and Sitaux and Cha and Hoi as they clap
I
noobs
mean,
on
if Oi
that.
wants to play, we don't
If
force anyone.
No, I'm fine.
Okay, let's do it.
Allez, let's go.
Let's go. Thank you,
Yeah.
Tom.
Always a
you.
pleasure. Catch you later, everybody. You're
Yeah,
all
see
brilliant.
You too, man.
And to everybody in stream, thank you for being here. You're all brilliant too, and we will see you soon.